Hello, I'm Paula and welcome to our channel Life with the Browns. And this morning I've got a spider in my basket. It's on my packet. Oh, mister. Thank you. This morning I'm going to try out some Shed Organics #1 blend in my overwintered jalapeno plant. And the way Jordan said to do it was to pull back the mulch first and then put it on and cover it up. And then this afternoon I'll give it a water because it's a little bit too hot right now. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. And we've got a couple of flowers coming up on the plant. I'm hoping it's going to do really well this summer. I did cut it right back and it seemed to do really well over winter. I've used most of this packet already on the other garden around the other side, and everything seems to be just going off. So I think it might be a combination of the rain we've had, the amazing sunshine we're getting right now in spring, and this #1 blend, which has equal parts of kelp meal, neem meal, alfalfa meal, flaxseed meal, crustacean meal, fishbone meal ×3, soy meal, Langbernite, I don't know if I'm saying that properly, malted barley, soft rock phosphate, basalt, rock dust and gypsum, oyster shell flour and volcanic tuff. Now it says you can do this in water and you can sort of spray your plants with it, but I'm going to put it underneath the mulch and then cover it up and give it a good water this afternoon. The soil stayed pretty good, I have to say. It hasn't broken down too much over winter. I'm not a big hot sauce fan or super spicy food person, but I do like jalapenos and I love them pickled and I like them on most Mexican dishes. And it's really great when you've got it growing in your own backyard. And the good thing about the jalapenos and most peppers for that matter is that they're really good to freeze, and you can just chuck them into casseroles or chilies or whatever you're making from the freezer, and they just sort of leach their heat and taste, and it's a marvellous thing. So I've probably, let's see, I'm just going to eyeball this. I think I've got about 3/4 of a cup of this left, and I'm going to put the rest into this chili plant and see how we go. So Shed Organics #1 blend, I'm just going to put it at the base of this plant that we've overwintered, the jalapeno. It seemed to tip out all at once around one area, so I just sort of distributed around the stem of the plant and then cover it back up with some sugarcane mulch. With these corn, I'm going to take them all out. They're called bantam corn, the seeds. But I have to tell you, we have had 2 successes from the whole of the bed, and they're horrible. They're not sweet, they're fibrous, they're tasteless, and it's kind of like tasting milky that doesn't taste of milk water. At the moment there are ants making their way up and down, but I'm going to cut these stalks down. And what I'm going to do in this bed is I'm going to put some green manure cover down so that I can chop it back, put it back into the bed, put some nutrients back into the bed before I decide what I'm going to plant in there next. I love sweet corn, but that tasted more like it was meant to be popping corn or something. It wasn't sweet. And they've not been pollinated either. I've had not much success with this. Although I'm not very versed on growing corn, I'd really like to be able to. Let's see whether anything got pollinated in this. Oh yeah. It's quite a good looking little cob. what happens is these silks are the flower of the plant, and at the top of the plant are these wheat germ stuff, and it comes down like flour, and then it pollinates these, and each one of these strands represents a corn kernel. So that means all those at the top there never got fertilised, but these at the bottom did. I might dry these out and make some popping corn and see if it tastes any better. But as it is, I'm going to take the plants out because they're just sucking nutrients out of the compost and I'm not producing anything. I don't think this one was fertilised at all, it feels completely empty. And the way you can tell is that the silks are dead at the top, so nothing's going to happen with it. It's completely empty. No. Ooh. There's a few there, not many. I'll keep those and see if we can use them as popping corn. Okay. You can probably tell from the last video this tomato plant has gone a bit crazy, and I've been trying to avoid doing any pruning and just letting it go because it's a cherry tomato, and I can see there's lots of flowers on it everywhere, but it does have the odd diseased limb, so I'm gonna have to take those off. I think it's caused by the rain and not being able to sometimes avoid the leaves when you're doing a bit of watering. I'm not sure. There's any tomato experts out there. This is just my, I'm really quite new to growing tomatoes, to be honest. I decided to go with the approach of grow what you like to eat, and I love tomatoes in most forms, cooked or raw, and all different types. Oh. I'm trying to avoid cutting limbs off that have actual tomatoes growing in. The dead ones or the diseased ones, whatever you want to call them, are just coming up by themselves. So last week we did some hilling of these potatoes. These, by the way, here at the front are green beans, and these are the potatoes. Look at them, called Nicola. And I'm hoping Now we get a nice lot of homegrown potatoes in time for Christmas. I'm not going to hill them anymore. We've got heaps of sugarcane mulch at the bottom of them already. And if you can see here, I don't think you can, just let me turn the camera around. Now here we have bush beans, which are yellow wax cherokee ones, or butter beans as you would know in the UK. Oh, if I'm going anything of what it says on the packet anymore, because every time I look it seems to be something different. I don't even know if that corn was bantam corn. It was meant to be sweet corn, but it definitely wasn't sweet. But some of this is reaching like it wants to grow on a trellis, but on the packet it says bush. Is that normal? Does anyone know? I'll be happy to get whatever I get. Thank you for joining me in the garden this afternoon. It's the 22nd of October and it's around 25 degrees. It's quite warm. It's not quite lunchtime yet, so I'm going to go in before it gets too hot and have a glass of really cold iced tea that I made with the lemon balm. See you soon, kids.